Eko Akete, Houston, Texas is a non-charitable organization, and we've been back with so many laudable projects here in Lagos and back in Houston, Texas. So we are here today to award scholarships to 30 indigent students of Lagos State Indigenes of higher institutional learning. That is why we are here today. This idea behind this scholarship started a few years back, and I believe this is going to be our second one here in Lagos, Nigeria.
Grew up in Lagos Island, and we know what we encountered then. We didn't have all this kind of opportunities, and we wanted to give what we have then to people that are behind now.
Eko Akete, Houston, Texas is an association of indigenous people of Lagos based in Houston, Texas.
So we begin this program of Allah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Ar-Rahmanirrahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim, ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin.
Thank you. So, my name is Dr. Eko that we can all go back to our various destinations. We're still in the festive period. I'm aware many of our invitees and also our mother, Chief Mrs. Honorable Mudiraka Ajibolo. And also our brother, Mr. Fashino Bombata. We also have in our midst engineer Jilodu. Okay, so the next item on the list is after the introduction of guests and honor for you to be among the finalists. And I was also use this opportunity to thank Eko Akete, Houston, Texas, for finding it. This is an indigenous, Eko Akete, Houston, Texas is an indigenous organization based in the United States of America. It's not easy when we have a group of people setting aside their hard-earned resources. They can bring people back home, particularly in terms of education. This is not something common these days. Most people would rather channel their resources to things of social activities, from like what they have done, and they are deliberate about it. Deliberate in the sense that it's a project they could have made it open. They were deliberate in making it an indigenous program, and that was what we told you guys the other day, that you should also imbibe this habit when you get to places of opportunity. You must always realize the very fact that you are first a Lagosian before a Nigerian. In fact, Lagos existed before Nigeria. Lagos, almost 200 years before the creation of Nigeria. Nigeria was created in 1940, the amalgamation of the North, South, and Lagos. Those were the three an integral part of Nigeria. So it's not only about the northern and southern protectorate that was put together. It was, Lagos was part of it. So you should also always be proud of these two. So as I told you guys the other time, Lagos existed before Nigeria. So you must always prioritize your being a Lagosian when you found yourself in places of opportunity. They are benefiting from the priority some people have put together. So when you also found yourself in places of opportunity, you should also do same too. I think on that note, I will call on Mr. Babi Oshogi to give us a very brief welcome address. Mr. Babi.
Good afternoon, everybody. Distinguished guests, my name is Babatunde Oshodi. I am a member of Eko Akete in Houston, Texas. Our purpose of being here today is to award scholarship to indigent students of the state. And as Dr. Agbola Kotunu has mentioned earlier, we went through the screening committee. There are criteria for being awarded this scholarship, and I'm glad that we are able to be here today to witness this presentation. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Almighty Allah for giving us today and being here today too. My kudos also goes to the members of the organization in Houston, Texas. You see, this is where I'm going to let you guys know that only 11 membership. This is their hard-earned money, you know, putting these things together. Only 11 individuals are in that organization, and they are very active. It's not like having 100, 200 people, and nobody knows, they don't have any direction in which they are going. Eko Akete in Houston, Texas is a non-profit organization with a 501c3 status. In 2003, the organization came into existence. Luckily for us, our first immediate chairman of the organization is His Royal Majesty Oba Owolabi Adeniyi Adesina, the Obisabe of Obisabe is our first chairman before he relocated back to Nigeria. Unfortunately, I think he's running late. He's supposed to be the chairman of this occasion tonight, this afternoon. So like I said, there are so many engagements everywhere, so we just have to pack them. So the organization, like I said, started in 2003. We believe in giving back to the community. That's what we're all about. In Houston, Texas, we do a lot of charity work because Houston, Texas, they recognize organizations that are non-profit that to give back to the community. We've been able to do that. Every year, we embark on programs like picnics, back to school. We give supplies, school supplies to students of every institution back in Houston. And also we help in various areas of the community. Okay, we have, like I said, 11 membership that comprises of this organization. The first and foremost, we might have to seek my government, I have to seek your word. One of the members, Haji Abayomi, Abitoba, Onikoyi Abitoba, Alhaji Adewale, the Managing Director of Northern African Imports in Houston, Texas. This is their facility. So also we have 3,000 units. Okay, we have Prince Monsuru Adio Onikoyi. We have Alhaji Razak Kotun. We have Alhaji Akim Kotun. We have so we want you guys to rest assured that this event is going to go on, and hopefully next year we'll do better than this. So the organization has come, and we are going to be giving back to the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Oshodi. So we all know who Eko Akete and why they've chosen this aspect of CSR. Education is very key. It's a very important tool you can use to set yourself as a woman set. He was the very first man that ended both the bar and the bench. For some of us who are in the legal studies, bar means a judge. So he, at a time, I think in 1959, 1960, he was the first Attorney General of Nigeria. And in 1972, Attorney General means that that's the principal law officer of Nigeria. The current Attorney General of Nigeria is who knows it? That's for states, the federal. Who is a lawyer? Who is a law student here? Who is a law student here? In fact, who is a law student here? You are a law student. I'm canceling this scholarship. You are not getting it. You must not put the AGM, the Attorney General of the Federation, and both that of state. So, that's a good word. Who did? Mr. Latif Fagbebi, SAN. So this great man, Dr. Taslim Elias, at a time when Nigeria was created, when we had our independence in 1960, he was the Attorney General of the Federation, a position he occupied for about 6 years until the Civil War, and in 1972, during the regime of General Gowon, he was made the Chief Justice of Nigeria. That is a remarkable feat. A remarkable in the sense that, I'm sure that is why till date, nobody has ever gone through that pathway. Either you are a lawyer in the bar or you are a lawyer at the bench. You can't do the two together. He did not only do the two of International Criminal Court, the World Court that people refer to as World Court. So this is somebody you should know about, because it's somebody you should be proud of. Where people are, many of the great men and women, we also have many of them back home in Lagos. We also have, there was once Dr. Olakere Ajose, dancing, dancing Davido, dancing, what's it called? Of course, they did their social, they were also social back then too. They didn't allow that to take much of their time. That's why we are remembering them all over the world. He's known all over the world. He's a master of political science. Recently celebrated his 80th birthday at the Hall University of Lagos. I was privileged to attend. And we have great professors. But it's a professor that has given birth to so many professors too. So they came together and put articles, making a book to appreciate with wonderful how much of impact the body will be. So this is also a man for the Lagos. These are people that should be your role model, and this is what we are looking up to. And that is why we said education is very key. Education is very important. Very, very important. It is an aspect that you can use in setting yourself aside and reaching the peak, an unimaginable peak. And I hope you are not going to limit yourself at this stage. And always remember one thing: you need to give back to the community. You need to give back to the community. And that community is now. And that's why Eko Akete University in Texas, they did not make it open, because they could have made this scholarship open, but they were deliberate about it, saying that, look, selected indigenous, on behalf of Eko Akete University, Professor Mr. Shashore, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, he sent his apology. He's supposed to be here. In fact, he's supposed to be has history of about 4 or 5 centuries. It's a no man's land. They know, and they know better, that indeed Lagos belongs to some people. But they say it in a way to reduce you, and when you are being reduced, they take advantage of you. And when you are being taken advantage of, your resources is their first priority. And that is what's happening now. And if we guys don't come together in knowing about what Lagos is, how Lagos was formed, I keep saying it, in another 20, 30 years, we may be closing to an extinction as a subgroup in Nigeria. So it's a challenge for you. It's not only, you should not limit your knowledge to your course of study. It's a challenge that you should find out about Lagos. It's important you know about Lagos. Don't limit, as a medical student, don't limit your studies to medicine and surgery alone. As an engineering student, don't limit that too. Get books. There are lots of books written by erudite scholars of late life. A colleague or a classmate of yours who just say, where do you come from Lagos? Lagos belongs to everybody. I was challenged when I was in primary school. I was in primary 5, my class teacher told us to stand up to mention where we all came from. Everybody was mentioning I actually went to the very cosmopolitan primary school. The name of my family existed anymore. The name of my primary school. Honorable Adébúlé Ali. But to cut the long story short, before I went back, I had the opportunity of, because I was so intrigued at that point, because not of historical, he was shocked and surprised. I told him that Lagos does not belong to anybody. It belongs to my forefather. My forefather pretended because we are born in any segments of Lagos. And he said, visit. He couldn't see anything. Why was I able to do that? Because I killed myself with knowledge. And that's what we are encouraging every one of you guys to do. And God will make it easy for you. So, I think this is why we are emphasizing we are actually lacking behind as a sort of
Ẹgbẹ́ púpọ̀ fún àwọn
Eko Akete ti Houston.
àwọn scholarship program tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe láti bí ọdún sẹ́yìn. Ètò education tó jẹ́ ó pàtàkì fún bí Dr. Kọ̀ṣíṣe sọ ní àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ṣe sọ. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ pé
gba ìtọ́nà pọ̀ náà wọ́n rí inú ẹ̀ láti fi ran àwọn ọmọ wa lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí ó máa pọ̀ sí lọ́wọ́ yín gbogbo ní bá dáwọ́ sí àmàyọ sí ọ̀rẹ́. Ẹgbẹ́ ìkéré gbogbo tẹ̀ owó yín náà sọ. Àwọn ọmọdé wọ̀nyí àwọn lọ́ba ní president lọ́la, ara wọn ní president máa jáde, ara wọn ní government máa jáde. Ìwọ́n tí àgbọ̀dọ̀ fi ọ̀rọ̀ wọn ṣe rí nìyẹn. Inú mi jẹ́ ìdòdó pọ̀ wípé wọ́n sì gba ilé mi nítorí pé ọdún tá a ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí orin láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Inú mi jẹ́ ìdòdó pé mo ti wà lára àwọn tó wà nígbà ilé mi láti rí pé a dúpẹ́ fún àwọn tó fún àwọn ọmọdé yìí ní scholarship. Káàdì tó bẹ́ẹ̀ náà sọ̀rọ̀ wípé ẹ má jáfara, ẹ má fi education yìí ṣeré. Àwọn bàbá wa tó bá sọ wá kékeré pé òṣogbo táwọn lè fún wa ju education lọ. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kára burú owó tán education tán ọmọ tí wọ́n máa jẹ láéláé ni. Afẹ́fẹ́ ìrìn àjò tẹ́ ṣe tẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí ẹ parí ẹ̀ dáadáa. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí ẹ fi ṣe nǹkan tó dáa. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí ìlú Èkó kó máa tó. Wọ́n ti máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìlú Èkó ní ìbàdí. Wọ́n máa dá sí i. Ìwà olùwà ìgbéwà iṣẹ́ wa. Gbogbo àwọn tó wá láti ìlú òkè kí wọ́n darí wá wọ́n wà kọ́ wá sókè yìí. Ọlọ́run kì í ẹgbẹ́ wa. Ṣùgbọ́n torí yẹn wọ́n kó lọ kí wá jẹ́ nǹkan tí èmi ṣe pàtàkì kọ́ táwọn kó àtúntò tó ń ṣe àwọn oníṣìṣẹ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ wà tó ń ṣe irú táwọn ìkó àtúntò tó níjọ sọ́ọ̀lì tó kọjá ó wà nísàlẹ̀ tó ti ṣe ká bí ní aṣáájú agẹrẹ ara mi fún wọn. Ẹgbẹ́ tó fẹ́ nínú àwọn tó ń jà fún pé Èkó gbogbo àwọn ọ̀dà Nàìjíríà wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ gbà pé àwọn náà jẹ́ àwọn aráàlú wa láti gbà ọmọ àwọn aráàlú. Ọ̀dẹ̀ kan tú wa lẹ́yìn tó ti pọ̀ jù wá fún àkíntẹ̀ wọ́n pọ̀ jù wá lọ́wọ́ tó rà wọ́n pọ̀ jù wá lọ. Wọ́n torí yẹn wọ́n ká gbọ́dọ̀ torí ẹ̀ ká máa wò ó òkè àgbàbá tó pé láìpẹ́ wọn. Tó máa fẹ́ kí ìlọ́ní ayé tí a wà sí ayé àwọn oníwèé ni ayé àwọn oníwèé sí ọdún ọba àti tí ọba ní education gbogbo ló máa já sí ọlọ́ọ̀dẹ̀ ní jẹ́ gbogbo wàhálà wa kó já sóko. Máa fẹ́ kẹ́ fún yẹn sọ́kọ̀ dáadáa. Nígbà kan tí dókítà kò tún sọ àwọn bàbá wa nígbà tí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wà nígbà wọ́n fẹ́ wà ní independence àwọn tó lè kó nígbà yẹn wọ́n ní àwọn fẹ́ wà gidigbidi wípé àwọn làwọn lè kó àwọn dẹ̀fẹ́ wípé Èkó yẹn ó dá wà bí àwọn regions lókù ṣe wà west north àti east. Ìgbà làwọn òyìnbó dẹ̀ gbà wípé yes Èkó àwọn tó lè kó wà Èkó ní capital Nàìjíríà nígbà yẹn ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó ń wáṣẹ́ kò wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ gbà pé àwọn Èkó wà lẹ́yìn àwọn Èkó ṣe ń gbà ṣe pé Èkó á jẹ́ federal capital ní 1967 3 states la ní tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ western region eastern region àti northern region. In 1967 our government go on create 12 states and Lagos take all the water to eat. So ìyẹn ló pọ̀ pé àwa náà jẹ́ àní state wa ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n wá ọ̀pá ìbùsùn náà ní wọ́n wà bí àwọn Ogun state àwọn Ogun state kan wọ́n ní divisions wọn Ọ̀yọ́ ní divisions wọn Ọ̀ṣun ní divisions wọn so àwọn divisions máa ń yẹ oúnjẹ ilé ìwé wà nílẹ̀ wọ́n ti kẹ́kẹ́ àṣà àtúnṣe wa ní àádọ́gbẹ́ kí take pride nínú culture Ìgbò. Now màá fẹ́ kí wá sọ wípé wọ́n máa ń sọ padà wà kékeré pé àwọn ìwà tọrọ afẹ́fẹ́ àkàwé àti ìdásílọ́nà pa ara àgbẹ̀dọ́ tó ń sọ náà nìyẹn. Kò òun ti sọ to Dr. Elias. Just àbàbẹ̀ kan tí wà ní àkọ́kọ́ education wà very very yẹn tó ogún tẹ̀lá ẹgbẹ́gbà ṣe kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ tẹ̀lá ẹgbẹ́ ó ṣe pàtàkì ṣùgbọ́n ètò ìgbà ìfọ̀kànlá wà fún education ní lọ ọlọ́wà ní àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ ní ara wa ṣe ìgbà tó kéde.
So the additional thing that I'll probably be having to what our father has said is
The whole thing started from Ido. According to the historian, we had the likes of Olofin, Olowe, this man from Moto, Ojukon. About 4 or 5 of them were said to be in Ido, and after a while, see, you must try and distinguish the history of Lagos in 2 phases. The first phase is the dynasty. The second phase is actually the landowners. The dynasty, which is the kingship, is a total different thing, different from the landowners. And that's the peculiarity of Lagos. Most other places, only Oba Lonile, Loni Gbogbo, Lolong Gbogbo Be. But it's quite different in Lagos. Oba Onile Lego, but all Joba, all Lagbara, Lori Gbogbo and Tonibe. So the dynasty of Lagos is actually traced to the beginning. Back about 400 or 500 years ago, it was said that during one of the trade expedition of the great Benin king then, I think the reigning king then was Oba Ologua. He had issue with Olofi, there back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Olofi was taken to Benin. There were a lot of supernatural power around him. Eventually, he was released. While being released, you have to show that indeed to conquer a particular place, they wanted to make him submissive to them. So part of being submissive was to engage him with the traditional language of the king. So it was said that the Oba of Benin through Ghana for their trade expedition. So they don't want anything that would be an obstacle or disturb them. So to prevent that, they felt that being in charge of the kingdom would be okay. So they installed one of Benin princes, person of Ado, as the first Oba of Lagos. And that's lineage from Ado till the present occupier of his throne, Oba Alayeluwa Akiolu. That is the lineage from Oba Ado. Oba Ado actually had 3 children, Kabaro, Akinsemoyi, and Irelu. So when he died, the lineage of Obaship then was through father to son, similar to what is obtainable in Benin back then. So after the demise of Obado, his eldest son was Gabaro. Gabaro took over, reigned for like about 10 years. But unfortunately, according to historians, Gabaro had no issue. He died without any issue. So almost immediately, his immediate brother, who was Oba Akinsemoyi, reigned as Oba of Lagos. So Oba Akinsemoyi, in fact, till date, the
the longest reigning Oba of Lagos. According to historians, it was said to have reigned for about 49 or 45 years. So during the reign of Oba Akete, another phase of Lagos history was created. So ordinarily, Akete had so many sons that could have succeeded him. But unfortunately, he was not succeeded by any of his sons. According to historians, there was an issue that was resolved by one oracle person of Babala, back and forth. At the end of the day, trying to compensate Babala, he required that one of his daughters should marry this Babala. Babala was an elderly person who was left with Olobutere and Shoku. So Olobutere's line, Olobutere actually succeeded at Isheboyi. And to date, Olobutere's line, Olobutere was the fourth member of Lagos. To date, all the descendants of Olobutere have been the one that has reigned as Oba of Lagos, including the present one is actually a descendant of Olobutere. So we have two major ruling houses in Lagos. We have Olobutere and we have the Akisheboyi. Under those two, we have subs. There are several subs under Olobutere, Akitoye, Osumu, Olusi, Akiolu. Then we have the Akisheboyi too, who also have their own subs. So that is the dynasty of Lagos. So the landowners they are quite different. Their landowners, they trace their own roots from Ife. The dynasty is from Benin. So this is a very important part of Lagos history we need to get right. The dynasty, which is the kingdom, they trace their roots to Benin Kingdom. While the landowners, the original land, the first land settler who was Olofi at Atekoye, was said to have given birth to all the indegers, all the landowners. The landowners are called indegers. Many of them are now Obas in their various kingdoms. They may be Shioni, Ojora. So those are the original landowners of Lagos. But they all live in peace and harmony for many years before now. So that's a very important part of Lagos history that you should know. I'm sure if you go back to your Lagos book, you will understand better. Another very important part is the creation of Lagos State. It's very important. Lagos was created in 1967. The fight for creation of Lagos State was done by our fathers. And the whole essence is for the benefit. They wanted to make Lagos a province under Western region. Unfortunately, doing that, they will take advantage of our resources and at the detriment of the indigenous people. But many of our fathers back then, led by this Dr. Pascal Elias of Ademuji Adede, thought that no, and that was when the word Edebe from England wrote a lot about Eko Akete. As one of the very Eko Akete was one of the greatest Oba of Lagos. Apart from the very fact that his 5 years of ownership was centered around slavery. But apart from that, one of the things I found interesting about Eko Akete was his ability to face the British government. In fact, according to the British historian, he was the only native on 2 occasions that defeated the Royal Naval officers from. Let's move to the next category. So, the main event, scholarship. So we are going to start. First, I will
every year for the community. And here, these are few members of the organization that are standing right there and sitting on the table too. You can see we try to showcase our culture. We have the Eyo, is Mundale, symbolizes Lagos. So we have the Akwes, the Agas, of all the 5 traditional Eyo we have in Lagos. So the pictures there are people at the picnic. Kids. This is a massive project, right? Massive hospital, medical supplies. These are medical supplies, hospital beds. These are some of the equipment for Massey. These are part of the equipment for Massey Hospital. Mattresses, biophones, and these are the administrators of the hospital. Back then, this is a massive project. Okay, that's for the logo. Okay, this is an outreach program at Massey Children's Hospital. The pediatric each of their patients. Then we have an area there, like reception area, where all the parents and the kids can sit down, and we have some toys. I think we have toys too back there. So, okay, this is still part of Massey. Okay, this is a soccer tournament organized by the ballet of Akete. We supported the organization. So, Eko Akete was part of that sponsorship. So, this is part of our project too.
Thank you very much. Let's have a grand
Another round of applause for Eko Akete.
So, would you bang it up? So when you hear your name, you come, you snap, take a picture, then you go and sit down.
At the back. Madam.
Okay. Next person, Kashiro.
No, go behind.
Let me call Shelley. Manuel, on behalf of Adisawa Kiru.
Thank you.
Alasa Zainab. Yani Kale. Yani Kale. Ọláyíwọlá Adidas. Kúsọ̀.
Thank you.
Oṣodi Abzat.
Thank you.
Mọ́gàjì Sùdíàt.
Thank you.
Adéṣọlá. Adéṣọlá Adéníkẹ́. Fáṣínà Ganiat.
Next.
Adéṣọlá Adéníkẹ́. Fáṣínà Ganiat. Fátóyìnbó. Fátóyìnbó.
Thank you.
Àyìnbé Mariam.
Thank you.
Kẹ́ṣinló. Abbas. Oyinkansola Abbas. Oyinkansola Abbas. All the beneficiaries will stop. How are they? When Banime Mubarak, on behalf of all the beneficiaries, you come and give a thank you speech on behalf of all the police. Are we? Yes, we are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I stand before you on behalf of all our needs and myself to express the most sincere and heartfelt gratitude to the scholarship committee and all the individuals who have come together to make this scholarship initiative possible. vision and commitment to supporting the younger indigenes of Lagos is truly inspirational, and I pray that the Almighty abundantly enriches all individuals involved in this. This scholarship is much more than financial aid. It is our exposure to the community that we are blessed. Our elders who are with us, who are looking after us and our well-being. It is an investment to each of our success stories, and it is a testament to their belief in our abilities. We, the scholarship awardees, through the interview process that we had, we truly understand the importance, the great importance of our heritage, the great history and the culture, and we know that it is much more than preserving the past. It is also a means of molding the future, building a better future for ourselves as well as our community. So this support will empower us, ensuring that we reach the peaks of our abilities while also going the extra mile to achieve academic excellence. Moving forward, we are truly committed to giving back to society. We will ensure that we are and we become the best ideals, the best image for the younger generations, and we are going to ensure to participate actively in initiatives that empower Lagos as a whole. Eko Akete, thank you very much.
Thank you, Manuel. Here is a medical student, Philomeno level medical student. In fact, she had the highest of the screening score, so I'm not surprised at how she had. Luckily, I told Mr. Babu that our sister was also a beneficiary last year. Our sister also taught in screening panel of that of last year. I think they generated their panel. So good one. Are we seeing another Baghdad next one? Hello? Baga, are we seeing another Baghdad next year? Anyway, so we are approaching the final moment of the ceremony. On behalf of Eko Akete visiting Texas, I'm going to call on Prince Bogata, who is also a member of the organization, our dignitaries, particularly the students. It goes beyond you being a beneficiary. We also appreciate your presence, because your presence has actually made the event to be a meaningful one to us all. So let me call on Mr. Bombata.
We wish other way and not happy everything. So our praise is due to him. I want to thank our special guest in the name of our father, Professor Ajinodu. I have my brother here, Professor Patrick. I didn't get us confused sometimes. I think what we have the same thing. I keep Robata is Robata. So I would like our sister here, and I don't know the name, but she's the organizer and I believe the coordinator for the Lagos Island Charity Initiative. And we have a partner here, what's your name, sir? Engineer Akim. Oh, Engineer Akim, you didn't take any picture with the sorry about that. So we want to thank you, sir, for coming out today. I want to thank the entire members of the Eko Akete University, which my brother here, Mr. Olagubushi, has already mentioned their names. So I'm not going to mention any again. I just want to mention that, as he has already said, at least 95% of the funds that we used in this program was controlled by this member. So can we have a round of applause for the entire member? I also want to especially thank Laji Bishi, the owner of this beautiful event center. He's also a member of our club. He has given us the privilege to use this place without any cost, free. So now we have a round of applause for him. We appreciate him so much. Of course, we have other members that also, apart from their regular dues, they also kind of did something extraordinary too by deciding to pick 1 or 2 students to sponsor, apart from their initial contribution to the club. I want to say special thank you to Mr. Leaji Monsuru Nikoli, we have Leaji and Alaji Atarishe, who are also people in Houston that supported us. We have Mr. Liu Atunrashe. He's also a very good partner that kind of helped us out. And we have, to mention a few, we also have Mr. Tunde Lawa and some other people that I might not remember their name right now. Of course, this couldn't have been possible without the diligent commitment of Dr. Kotua and the crew. Can I have all the panelists come out, please? All the panelists, are they there? Are they here? Just whoever is here among them. Dr. Kotua is here. Who else is here? I saw the...
Yeah.
I think I don't know the name of all the panelists, part of them, right? So we have Professor Soni, Abib Soni. Professor Abib Soni was part of the committee that screened the students.
So, Mr. Lawson.
So Mr. Lawson.
Dr. Lawson.
Can we please have a big round of applause for these people? They did a great job. Sometimes you have money, but the money sometimes will be like, even though we have the money to do this project, these people down here made it happen for us. So they did all the screening, they did a lot of other stuff, writing letters and stuff like that, and they didn't charge us for it. That's part of their own commitment and contribution to the organization. So we all can make a difference. So thank you very much for your. I also want to thank Mr. Folani here, who has always been our publicity guy, LTVA, what's the other thing?
He's the
media guru.
That's our
Did
media
all
guru.
this stuff happen yesterday. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody. Thank you once again for coming out. My name is Amina. Thank you to Mr. Babiola with me. I know he's been in Nigeria since November. He's always saying, calling and everything.
Well, to let you guys know, I was a bit strong on the 31st of December. As a matter of fact, it was a priority for me being here. My wife here in Nigeria said, no, you can't go anywhere, because I was under medical attention this morning. So I just said, no, this is our project. I have to be there for this case. That's why you see me sitting down here on the side. I'm trying to recuperate my energy. So that's why. Thank you so much.
Okay, there's an impression I need to correct. One of the press crew asked me a question. Was he a deliberate attempt because he realized that majority of the beneficiaries of this scholarship scheme are Muslims? That was he a deliberate attempt? And the answer is no. In fact, before we arrived at the screening, we didn't know any of these people. We put up the publication on all our various social media handles, and many of them submitted. So during the shortlisting of their job, the vetting of their documents, the criteria used were purely merit, which is based on their academic standing in their various institutions. And in fact, we placed on that publication that you must be a first class, second class upper and above. So it wasn't a deliberate attempt to make it an Islamic affair. So I think this should be properly disseminated so that we won't create like that. It's beauty of Lagos, and that's why in Lagos you see. In fact, if you go to Enowa is a very good example for you as students of history to learn. That particular junction in Enowa, on your right you see a mosque. On your left, where that particular thing is where they carry all the chiefs, including the Oba of Lagos. In fact, to my surprise, during the process of installing the current Oba of Lagos, there's a place behind that particular church, that particular Anglican church. There's a place it's only not like 2 house. According to historians, that place will be open only when they want to install an Oba of Lagos. The Oba of Lagos, the candidate for the place, according to people, they said he will be rolling on the floor. And after that particular scene, that key will be thrown. Okay, when the camera shows it down. Anyway, the one we want to say here is that particular scene is behind Lord and Professor Bubaka, Honorable Chief Mrs. Mudirakata, thank you. And our lovely sister, Yabeta Oshiko, you came late to Yabosola Eletu. Yabosola Eletu, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yabosola Eletu, she's a politician, she's up there. Welcome to politics. Okay. If you need anything in Lagos State, get across to her. Okay, thank you, sir. Declare this, everybody. Close.
Àwọn tí ò wà lẹ́nu tí ọ̀gá mi lọ ṣe wọ̀.
It's hard just to get by. Competition, attention, when you wonder why. It's
Because the instruction is that if you are not here,
You get nothing.
you get nothing.
If you are not here, you get nothing.
If I call your name, stand up. Daniel, what are the ideas? What are the ideas? Passion of Daniel. What do you do? Put on. Chimo and
Emorai, Abi, a lot of you know each other. Why don't they create a platform? That was the suggestion from me. If you want to create a platform for all my computers, okay, so, yeah, I know. Hello?
So get your numbers. You all have, please send your numbers to her so that you guys can have a WhatsApp and you guys can.
We're going to be following up on that.
Yeah. So there may be other projects, other things that they may need you guys. No, there's no need. It's just going to be an affair between you, amongst you guys. Yeah.
Eko Akete in Houston, Texas. We are a 501c3 status, a non-profit organization that believes in people that community where we came from. This idea behind this scholarship started a few years back, and I believe this is going to be our second one here in Lagos, Nigeria. Eko Akete in Houston, Texas is a non-charitable organization, and we've been back on so many laudable projects here in Lagos and back in Houston, Texas. So we are here today to award scholarships to 30 indigent students of Lagos State Indigenes of higher institutional learning. That is why we are here today. We had a screening committee headed by Dr. Agbola Kotu, and the panel held their screening on the Lagos Island at the Eko Community Center. I was fortunate to be part of that screening committee. The students were divided into two categories. So Saturday and Sunday was a screen. Well, it was a learning experience for myself too, and the committee did a very good job. So that's how they were being selected. There are about 300 students, and we narrowed down to 30. I hope we can give everybody. The scholarship scale is going to be an ongoing project. It's going to be an ongoing project every year. So each year the number of students go in. These 30 are gone. We new ones are coming. This one is 150,000 for each student. Last year was 100,000. So next year our project will probably be more than that. We believe that Lagos, as it is, the indigenes have been left out. We believe in giving to our community, and where does it begin? Charity begins at home. Education is the key to success in life. So all these kids need education in one way or the other. The little impact that we can make to subsidize their education is what we are after. We have gone into the area of medical supplies, hospitals, and things like that. So we are now focusing on education right now. My name is Yoshua Babatu.
Well, as my other member have already said, the goal here today is to award scholarships for our high students of Lagos State. And we've done this before, we're doing it again. Our mission remains the same throughout the Lagos State. Promote social well-being and seniors reduction, care, education, health, and other projects that we can do to provide the life of our people back home. We started this about probably 20 years ago in Houston. We've done so many other projects. Massive Hospital, we've done some projects. Somebody Catholic Hospital in Lagos Island, we also done some projects there too. Well, just like our people said, always says, Ilila Bosinoko, and also on the Yoruba music, so we always feel like most of us have actually grew up in Lagos Island, and we know what we encountered then. We now have all these kind of opportunities, and we wanted to give what we have then people that are behind now. So I think that is one of the major objectives of setting this club. So my advice is that they should also, I'm hoping they'll be successful. I'm hoping this will be some kind of positive impact in their life, and I'm hoping they all will be out successful, and they can also in the future go back, give back to other people just like we do right now. The sky is the limit. With the support of God Almighty Allah and good people of goodwill, we will continue to do what we can in the area of health, education, and whatever else that we think that we might need to support them. So it's very hard for me to sit down here now and say what we can do next, because we have to kind of formulate our policy as we go. So my name is Prince. This is the first time Prince and King. I'm going to do better.
I'm not a direct member. Maybe I'll call myself a proxy member. Eko Akete used in Texas is an association of indigenous people of Lagos based in Houston, Texas. So we do this almost every day. So we are like the people on ground for them to make sure things. So first and foremost, I think I must commend the effort of this group of people. Knowledge is very key. It's very important tool that you can use to set yourself apart. And if they have ventured in this kind of business, when at a time when people are more interested in social activities, it's quite commendable. And we must continue to encourage them so they can continue to do more. We, as the screening committee chairman, the criteria used were their indigenous status, which is very key, and the second one was their standing, their academic standing, and we also asked them personal questions of how best they can improve the quality of life of when they found themselves in places of opportunity in the future. So as an indigenous of the states, how they can better the life of people in the state. So these were the criteria used, and we were assessed, and we were all assessed, and eventually came up with the best state. In fact, the first, I must confess that I was very happy that indeed we have very brilliant-minded young girls and boys as indigenous of the state. Almost about 90% of them were on first class, and it was not even a regular first class, you see 4.5 and above. So that was quite cool. And they were all able to defend this score, you know. The ability to present, their prowess of presentation was very commendable, and when we asked them questions relating to Lagos, they were able to give us an answer effectively. So that was quite commendable. In fact, it was a tough one in deciding the final text, and at the end of the day, eventually got something for presentation. Part of what we told them, they must imbibe this culture of giving back to the society. Because if this set of people deem fit to put their resources, their hard-earned resources together, and remember people back home, setting aside certain amounts to give back to the society, they should also imbibe this when they found themselves in places of opportunity. And they must try and prioritize people of Lagos. As I told them earlier, we are a Lagosian first before the Nigeria. Lagos existed before Nigeria. So you must prioritize the people of Lagos first. Because you were prioritized. You benefited from people that prioritized you. So in future, you should also prioritize the people and the environment. My name is Dr. Akola.
On behalf of the